Welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. Today we have a new guest, and that is Leash. You can find her handle just up here, and please say hello.
Hi.
So, today Leash is going to be talking about her journey, what she's been through, and we're also got an unexpected guest of the little puppy as well. So, we're going to ask what's the puppy's name before we start.
He's called Reggie.
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 Too
Oh,
right.
Reggie.
I
Oh, he
like
won't
it.
be able to hear us
Reggie
because
Yates.
got earphones
Yeah,
it's
in.
Reggie Yates.
after the Cray twins.
The creators. Even
Ah,
better. Even
brilliant.
better. That was brilliant.
Love it.
So, yeah. So, nice and simple. Just give us a little brief introduction about you, who you are, what you're about, and what you're posting recently.
Yeah. So I'm Alicia, but everyone knows me as Leash because I don't like anyone using my full name. And yeah, I've been on TikTok for a year posting my weight loss journey and gym journey, and then introduced hiking and running into that as well midway through last year. And I've just recently opened up my Instagram to public and started using that platform as well.
Woo.
Instagram.
Yeah,
I need to start using Instagram.
you definitely do. Mine's public now, so I love it because it's got like the professional dashboard and I get to see all the views and stuff. Obviously, I say all the views. I don't get many views, by the way. But I was just saying, I was literally saying to Ryan earlier today, my highest grossing video is just over 2,000
That's
views. So,
amazing.
like, for me, that's quite small. But it's my banana series. It's just me eating a banana. Me learning to eat a banana is my most viewed video.
That's incredible. I don't understand
It's so
Instagram
funny.
properly. I'm still.
I don't understand any of it, so don't worry. Just do what
I'm
you love.
I'm
That's what I say.
still I'm boomering away here. Like I'm practically
Instagram? What is that?
I'm still Facebooking
I
around,
know.
not knowing what's going off.
Ryan's only just recently come off MySpace, guys.
Is my
I wish they still had
oh
And
MySpace.
yeah,
Bebo. Do you remember Bebo?
Bebo, MySpace,
Bebo's a throwback. We used to have three hearts a day. That's quality.
MSN.
Wow.
Those are the days.
Yeah. Oh, brilliant. But no, yeah. So you were saying you've just opened up your Instagram. So that's a big leap, by the way. So congratulations on that. Very brave.
Thank you.
Um, like I say, I follow you on TikTok. We follow each other on Instagram now. And we've also got a very common app called Heavy that we all use,
Yeah.
which I
Yes.
love. I think you love, and I know that you love it as well. So that's something that we're looking to do more. I've recently just bought it for the year. I think you have as well because we're
I
starting to just
only
do
I
two
only
more
paid for
routines.
it to get another routine. I might be moving away from heavy, but that's a different story.
That's a different story. Yeah, we'll see about that one.
I'm
But yes,
heavy and
we can all
Strava
relate with heavy
and Strava.
Yeah,
and
Heavy and Strava.
Strava.
Yeah,
Yeah,
too
yeah,
right. Yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
yeah. So yeah, so just talk about the start of your journey, really, like what prompted it, where did it come from? Was it random? Was it a choice that was you thought about for a while, or what?
So I mean, it definitely wasn't random. I've struggled since I was 10 with um food. Had an eating disorder at 10, the
Oh,
opposite way though, where I was actually making myself ill from not eating and purposely bringing up what I was eating. Um,
yeah.
so that was like the age of 10, and then just as life went on, I sort of got myself on an even keel as a young teenager, and then something happened and I hit 18 and I went the opposite way and lent into food to deal with my emotions, um, which obviously now looking back, is incredibly unhealthy. But I didn't really have any other outlet at such a young age. And that sort of continued like all the way through my adult life. Anything that sort of tipped my mental health or my emotions, it would instantly just be food. What can I eat? What can I binge? What's going to make me feel good right now? And it was never anything good. It was never anything healthy. Um,
It never is.
no. So that sort of went on and on and on. And then when I got married at the beginning of 2024, I was looking back at my wedding pictures the week after, and I hated every single one of them. There was not one picture that I actually look at and think, you looked really nice that day, you looked really happy. I just look at them and think, what an absolute mess I was. Which I'm sure other people didn't think that, but I did, and I was quite bothered by that because,
You are your own worst critic.
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I just think on your wedding day, that's the day you're meant to feel
Yeah, you want to be able to look
Yeah.
back at that.
incredible.
The
Mm.
best. Yeah.
You know, I won't be putting another white dress on. So, it was quite hard to look at that even like a week later, and think, oh God, I don't like any of them, and I'm not. It's not going to be an album I'll be sitting looking through, and with happiness, and that's quite sad. And sort of that was the moment I kind of went, right, something needs to change. Um, I'd had as well before that. I've got two children, but I'd had two very difficult births. Um, and I thought my health's not helping. That my
Yeah.
size didn't help with any of that. And I needed to be there for my kids. So the week after I got back off our mini moon, I went. Sorry, the dog is chewing my arm. I do apologize. I went straight to my local PT, and I was like, right, I want to start PT. Um, and yeah, sort of that's when it started changing. But I wouldn't say it was huge changes. It was once a week,
Yeah.
and still not. I was trying to change what I was eating, but I still couldn't stop that. I'm hungry. What's in the cupboard? Or not even when I'm
Yeah.
hungry, just
Mm.
that watching telly, and I'm like, what's in the cupboard? Um,
Just that constant food
yeah,
noise.
the food noise.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and then that was going on for about a year where I was trying to track calories. I do use a very controversial app for
Ooh,
calorie
please do
tracking,
tell.
Team RH. Um, I love it. He gets a lot of backlash, but I quite like him. He just says it how it is, and
Oh.
he calls you fat. Well, stop biting me. He calls sorry. He calls you fat, and do you know what? That's probably what I needed 10 years ago. Is for someone to
Yeah.
say, "No, you're unhealthy. You're fat." um. So yeah, and then last January, I was like, okay, I can't get control of my food. I'm going to the gym.
Yeah.
I'm doing PT once a week. Um, I'm walking, and I just can't get a handle on the food. So I just made a decision. I was like, I've seen all these people on TikTok using Manjaro. They seem to be getting incredible results. I'm going to order it. And I ordered it, and I was just like, do you know what? If it works, it works. If it doesn't,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't. Um,
Yeah.
but I didn't believe it. So like, I didn't believe all the videos about the food noise disappearing, or how easy it is to control your food intake. I just
Yeah.
thought maybe they were sort of romanticizing it a little bit on social media, and then
Yeah.
Mm.
within 4 weeks, I was just like, this is a whole new world.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the best
What
start I could have asked for.
what's it like? What's it like to all of a sudden? I don't know if it's all of a sudden, but
Mm.
for that food noise just to like disappear. What? I mean, I've constantly got it
Yeah.
buzzing around in my head still. Like, what was it like? It might be hard to explain, but
It is quite hard to explain, but it
uh,
is very much like, I don't know if it's so. I also suffer with mental health, so this is probably going to be the most relatable way. Sort of when you suffer with
uh,
mental health and you found an outlet to help support
uh,
that, and your mind goes quiet, and you
Yeah.
can actually
right,
think, and you can actually focus on other things.
Yeah.
That's what it's like when that food noise goes. So but
Wow.
it's not just food noise, and like it helps my sleep. So
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I slept so much better, and it
Yeah.
And sleep's a big contributing factor to it as well, isn't
yeah,
it?
it's a huge
I
factor.
still struggle
Huge.
sleeping.
Yeah.
It supports your metabolism, and
Mm-hmm.
your general ability to have the energy to actually make those right choices.
Yeah.
So yeah, that quietness is my other way of doing it is, and this isn't relatable to everyone, but obviously I hike, I go up in the mountains, and if you've never done it, you probably won't understand. But when you're up in the mountains, it's just quiet, it's just peaceful, and it's like
Mm.
freedom. And that's also what your mind feels like when that food noise has gone. Um,
Yeah, the
Mm.
traffic's gone away, hasn't it? Basically, you know what I mean. The city noise has just gone.
yeah, absolutely.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it's not just about, so for me, it's not just been about food. So yeah, the food noise is gone. I'm
Mm.
not constantly thinking about what I'm eating, but I can also focus
Mm-hmm.
on what do my kids need. Um,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
what attention do they need? I can actually think about that without being like, oh, I'm hungry. Or
Mm.
I can focus on getting things in the house done, or, being a better partner as well. Like it's just given me so much space in my head that I never anticipated I would get from
Wow.
Mm.
a medication like that.
So it's not just a tool for weight loss. It's a tool for bettering your life in other areas,
Yeah.
mentally as well as
Yeah.
as physically.
Feels like you're like more aware of everything around you. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
so, like for me, like without drinking, like when you know what it's like when you have a drink and you get that tunnel vision.
Mm.
When you've had a drink and it's just all about you a little bit. It's kind of like that in a way, isn't it? The food noise, like you say, like a horse with blinders on. You know what I mean? You can only see what's in front of you. It's like someone's taken the hood off your head and you can finally see the world around you because you're not so focused on that one thing, kind of thing.
Yeah,
Mm.
absolutely. And it changes your mood as well. Like I found that
Mm.
I am I have got like mental health issues from the past and stuff, and they do still pop up every now and again, but I'm not down in the dumps. I'm not as grumpy as I used to be. I'm not as like snappy with everyone. Just
Yeah.
my whole head is so much clearer.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that's really come out, like I've really noticed that more because I've actually had a break off Monjaro. Um,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
so in October I went on holiday and I took the last dose um, the day I flew, and then went and enjoyed an all-inclusive holiday.
That's
Can't
the
blame you.
perfect time.
Can't
It's the
blame you.
perfect time
Yeah.
to have a
Yeah,
break.
All inclusive
I
holiday.
know. It's just
Too right.
Otherwise, it's a waste of money, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
You paid for that buffet bar.
Don't tell me
You paid
that.
for that
I've
buffet
got
bar.
another one in 4 weeks, and I don't plan on taking a break.
No,
Oh, okay. Well, it's not a
no,
waste of money.
no.
You can
It's
have all
perfect.
the nice stuff,
Do you know
just a
what? You
little
can
bit of it.
eat all the high end salad. Make that price
I-
matter. That's what you
I'm
got
just
to
gonna
do.
go for all the
And
protein.
because say all the protein's good, and also places like that now they do like juice bars, don't they? So you know what I mean. Get lots of spinach and stuff in your system. Yeah.
Yeah.
Get all the
Protein's the expensive bit as
mango.
well.
Get the mango fruit smoothies. You know stuff like
Yeah.
that.
Oh,
Fancy
I mean,
drinks,
There you go.
fancy
is that an
foods.
alcoholic mango smoothie?
You can have one of them if you want. Whatever floats your boat. You know what I
Me
mean?
and the cocktail.
Like it's basically like a vodka. What's it called? A mango mocha loco, won't it? The monster flavor.
Yeah.
I've no
Oh,
idea.
yeah.
Yeah. That like, I don't have any drinks like ever anymore, but that was like one of my favourites.
I
So imagine that with like some tequila in it. Oh yeah, so it's a good
I
time.
am terrible for Monster. Absolutely dreadful. Like really bad for it. It's
That's one thing that I've tried. Like I have more coffee now. Like I've started having coffee again. Because I was just destroying monsters, and I felt like I had way too many of them, and like they were really bad for my sugar intake as well. So
sugar free
I've
one.
got back onto coffees now.
See, I
Yeah,
See, I
sugar
don't.
free ones. Yeah.
sugar free is what I usually take to the gym instead of a pre workout now because
I
I was
really.
like climbing the walls off pre workout.
Monster in the veins.
Yeah.
See, I think I don't bother with Monster and stuff like that. It's because energy drinks, caffeine, it just does no effect on
No.
me. Like literally.
That's what I
nothing.
stopped for ages.
So
'cause
annoying.
I was just numb to it.
I'm
Yeah.
like, just drinking it, and I'm like, well, what's it doing?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not doing anything.
I was
Never.
like that with pre-workout. I was taking double the dose
Yeah.
of pre-workout, but like, so
Jeez.
double powder, but in a single
Yeah.
dose worth of water, and it just
Yeah.
wasn't touching me. I was like,
Wow.
and then I took a break from that and started drinking more, so I went back to pre-workout, and I was like, I've never taken drugs, but not the hardcore drugs anyway. And I was like, if that's what it feels like when you're on speed, like I never want to touch it because I was like felt high as a kite in the gym and
Bouncing around.
like shaking, like I was actually
Oh
shaking. I
wow.
was like, wow, how was I double dosing this every day?
Yeah.
Like
That's crazy.
madness.
Because your body adapts
Yeah.
to
Because your whole metabolism, because your
stuff.
metabolism has changed. So, like I say,
Yeah.
before it might have been slowly taking it in, and then obviously with all the weight loss and you changing your diet and everything like that, it's just gone straight into your muscles and it's just soaked up, hasn't it?
It did something.
That's good. But no, so that's quite a good like your little journey. So you were doing all that, and then when you started your like injections and stuff, was you already posted at this point? Was you not? Like, let's talk about where you started posting and what brought that about as well.
Yeah, so I wasn't posted on TikTok before I started the injections, and I never
Mm.
planned on posting on TikTok about the injections. In fact, I never planned ever on posting on TikTok. I was very much just a follower, viewer, scrolling through,
Yeah,
sort of killing time, user, and then I just thought, do you know what? I'm gonna do it. Like, I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna if it doesn't take off, it doesn't take off. Like it was never about the followers or anything like that. I just thought at least then I've got somewhere with all my progress logged that's not killing up my battery and memory on my phone. um
Mm.
and then yeah, I mean I don't have a huge following on TikTok and it really doesn't faze me. But like it's nice that I have got the following that I've got and there's people that are interested in that and do support that journey. Um but yeah, so that didn't start until I started taking the jabs. Um but it's changed a lot since my very first post.
that's what you want though. To see that change and see how far you've come and what you've built. Like when I first ever messaged you about like doing the podcast, you're kind of like, might not be my cup of tea. I'm not
Mm.
kind of into
Yeah.
being on display and stuff like that. And then I think it must have been. I think you saw maybe I think it was Jen's one, and then after you messaged me saying, so what's it about? What would it
Yeah.
entail?
Well,
Yeah.
funny enough, I actually spoke to some of my friends that I've made off TikTok that we're in a group chat with, not the same group chat that Jen's in. So we've got a gym chat and then we've got
Yeah,
a little chat that's just me and a few really close friends. And
yeah,
it was actually then they were like, but why not? And I was like,
mm,
Mm.
because I'm not like, I'm not good at talking about myself because I'm really self-critical.
no,
So like, and they were like, but you've done a background post on TikTok where you went back and talked about from age 10 and all the trauma that you've been through. So why is it any
mm,
different?
Mm.
And they were like, and you do TikTok live. Like you will sit and talk
yeah,
to us on TikTok live. And I was like, yeah, but that often feels like a FaceTime. And I forget where
yeah.
I am
Mm.
Rather than like an interview.
because you're my comfort
Yeah,
zone. So yeah, it
yeah,
was, that was actually before I seen Jen's video.
mm,
And then I messaged her and I was like, right, okay. Um, I've sort of had someone talk sense into me a little bit and make me realise it's not that bad. And then I watched Jen's
yeah,
video and I was like, do you know what? It's actually just really chilled. And, you know,
Mm.
yeah,
I look up to Jen so much and I just think, why not? Like, she inspires me so much, the way she
yeah.
does her media. So I just thought, you know what? I'm going to do it.
That's amazing.
And Courtney's put Jen's handle thing in here as well, just in case
Thank you,
you
sir.
don't know who Jen is.
Yes,
Oh
thank
yeah,
you.
go follow,
Thank
go
you.
follow,
You probably do by now.
Yeah, go for
go
Jen.
follow
But,
Jen. She's
yeah,
an
so just
absolute star.
definitely. She is, yeah, she's great, and she's she's doing so much as well. And I just want to say that first of all, a sense of accomplishment that we've, whether it's good or bad things, Ryan, we've made it into a group chat as a discussion point. That's crazy.
That's mad.
I can't even believe that that's
I'm
a
not
thing.
sure how I feel about
I feel a
that.
bit petrified now, a bit nervous.
Oh, they
But,
all want me to tell.
know,
They all want me to tell them when it drops. So
oh, amazing! That's so cool. Like, so yeah. Thank you for us being a topic of conversation. Like I say, whether it's good or bad, doesn't matter. We've made it somewhere, Ryan. We've made it into
Yeah,
we've made it into
exactly.
a group chat. This is a game over, man. But yeah,
Maybe we should do a circle of inspiration
group
chat.
chat. That'd be awesome.
that would be cool.
That would actually be. I think if anyone would,
A group of inspiration.
yeah, the group of inspiration. There we
There
go.
you go.
If anyone would be interested, let us know, and we can set that up. Why
I'm
not?
sure they would.
Why
I'm
not?
sure they would. We
I,
look.
I,
Yeah.
I have TikTok muted, so I probably won't
You'd be
reply.
fine, yeah. But as you're saying, like inspirations and that, like seeing Jen do what she's doing, but people will be inspired by you. Like the group chat that you're on about, I can pretty much guarantee I can think of a couple of people,
Yeah.
as we know, one of them already. I can imagine who they are. Like, and I see you guys on live now. Whenever I'm doing something, whenever I'm going to work, they're on live. So I'll go for a shower. I'll have the live on in the background while I have a shower. Then before I go to work, I'll always send a message in and say, right, I'm off to work now. And like it's always the same, like 4 or 5 people, and it's like, but that's what it's about, and that's actually the next topic I was going to bring up anyway. Is that we talked about the sense of community, like we'll talk, and like we like to just post and stuff, and like we always like say, oh, I'm doing good, doing great. But I know that you're a lot closer with other people, like super tight, and that's what it's about. Like we're saying about not having big followings and that, but this is what it's about. Like we're having a laugh about 7 minutes of group chat, but these are the things that we want to happen. That it is about the small numbers, and this has always been about everyday people with their stories, and the fact that it's done that, I think, is incredible. It kind of instills what we want, and hopefully that what it'll bring out is that that's brought you here, out of your comfort zone, and that's just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, the sense of community, and I'm sure there's lots of little communities on TikTok, but I know the Manjaro community, the Wagovi community, because we're sort of blended into one, um, and just sort of the gym community as well. So I sort of found myself involved in two. Sometimes they cross over, and sometimes
Yeah.
they don't. But like those people are the ones that have kept me going through my journey when I've had moments of going, do you know what, I'm fed up, it's not working, or, like I'm having a bad week with my food, I just want to eat everything in sight. And that does happen. Like,
Yeah.
these, and I think that's what people don't understand, the injections aren't magic. Um,
No.
you do get those weeks where you still want to eat, especially us girls. Like, we have times of the month and we
Of
want
course.
to eat. Like, I,
Everything.
most girls will tell you, do not come between us and our food at that time. Like,
No.
so
Yeah,
having
we know
Stand,
that.
stand to the side.
We know that too
Stand to the
well.
side and let it happen.
basically, yeah, having that sense of community to sort of like ground you when you're having those moments is so valuable to your success on the journey that you're on. And I'm sure everyone within that community would say the same thing. Especially I know one of your guests that's coming up, and I know he would absolutely back me up with that. Um,
Yes.
it is so vital to have that support network outside of your family and friends that you're with every
Definitely.
single day. Um, because they get it. Like a lot of the
Yeah.
time, your family and friends don't understand it because either they're not on that journey or they can't fully understand the support that you need. Um,
Yeah.
and I say that with love because my husband's great and he just sort of lets me crack on with whatever I want to do and say, yeah, you do you, go for it. But like he has got such a sweet tooth and he
Mm.
can't, well, like he will go in the kitchen and he'll make himself like this massive dessert and be like, do you want some? Like, no. Like, not only can I
Oh.
not have the calories, but I can't even face eating anything. And for a year, he's had me saying that to him. Like, he's been like, what do you want for tea? I'm like, I've no idea. don't know what I want, don't even know if I'm hungry. And he's been so supportive in that way, where he's sort of just gone, okay, well, I'll make this, we'll calorie control it, and if you want it, eat it. But he doesn't fully understand why I can't make a decision about what I want to eat, or why I'm not
Yeah.
absolutely ravenous like he is at 5 p.m. Whereas
Yeah.
the community on TikTok and hopefully Instagram in the future for me, um, fully get that. Like they fully
Yeah.
understand that, and we'll quite often just send each other voice notes in our group and be like, "What's everyone eating for tea? Somebody tell me something that someone's eating, so that I can actually think about food and whether that makes me want to eat something." Um, so yeah, I honestly so valuable to anyone on
Yeah.
this type of journey.
Thing is as well, like you're saying about not understanding, like I mean, Sophie on a journey as a couple, but we're still on different paths. Even in the same house and in the same room and everything. Because she's doing Slimming World. And she's got a nice little community there. Like she's doing the 2K run for Zans this month, and she's gone to Slimming World today. And one of the ladies went, right, come here, follow me, and just dragged her around the whole room today to get people to give her money for the donations. And like she hit a target today, which is amazing.
That's
Yeah,
And it's
amazing.
like that's like a community that she has, and like she'd tell you if she was here, she's been struggling a little bit with the sweet tooth as well, kind of like us, like snacking and stuff. And like one of the ladies has said, oh, she's struggling as well. So like her and two other ladies have gone, right, well, we're gonna have a little team. So she came home today, had her pancakes because we have pancakes every Wednesday as cheat day, and she's like, and that's it, that's me snacks and that done now. It's like back to control, back to getting on it, and like they're then making each other accountable. So it's kind of like in the same way,
Yeah,
different people have different ways to do it. And I'm like, I will talk to so many people online about what we're doing and just like the podcast especially and stuff at the minute, like just trying to get people to like, do you want to do it or what's your journey doing. Like I talk to a lot of people about being sober, because obviously that's one of my things, and like as people that I speak to quite a bit because they struggle, and I've got to every year now, and even I struggle. Like I had a couple of days just the other day, I was like, fuck this, I want a Guinness. You know what I mean? I was at work pouring 50 Guinnesses a day, and I was like, oh, that's a creamy pint, that is. I was like, and I went home and I had a Guinness here because I was like, if I don't have something, I'm going to lose my rag.
yeah,
yeah.
And it's like,
I'm
yeah,
struggling to make it through a month. I don't know how you did a year.
I don't know if it's but it's like that's exactly what you're talking about. It's like that little people get it, you know what I mean?
yeah,
And like I think TikTok knows what you're looking for sometimes as well, because you know before my algorithm was full of like gambling and nonsense, and now it's all like that guy that does the funny running videos that I send you all the time. The guy's like, oh, keep up your potassium. I've got this double Big Mac. It's got 1,000 grams of sodium in it.
That I could get
And
behind.
like stuff like that, and like it's all about running and
Yeah.
half marathons, and it's like it definitely does listen to your phone, and like when you make that active decision in your life, I think the support is there. You just need to find it, and like everyone ever said, it's you need to be ready to accept that decision in yourself, I guess.
yeah, absolutely. I think once you've made that decision for yourself, other
Yeah,
people will support you. Um, it's just so I've always had this thing like, and it's funny because I did a post about this on TikTok last week. Is how people now, because I've lost weight, are like, "Oh, you're going to keep going? Do you not think you should stop? You look fine as you are." And I'm like, "Hold on, you didn't stop me tell me to stop eating when I was nearly 20 stone. Like
you
Mm.
know,
you weren't telling me that I was unhealthy and I needed to take better care of myself." So
mm,
I think it the support's great, but you've also got to be really careful, like with whose opinions you listen to,
you listen to. Yeah,
um,
definitely.
because yeah, I mean, God love her, my grandma, she's my grandma, and we all know what grandmas are like, and I just keep saying to her, no, I'm not going to stop now, but she's like, you're going to look ill, and I'm like, oh, I strength train 5 times a week, so it tells me I'm not going to look ill,
Yeah,
but she doesn't get it, like she
no,
has no understanding of how the body works, and the fact that me going to the gym I strength train 4 days a week now, not five, and because I do a cardio session now as well, like, but how that is not going to make me look ill when I get to my goal
no,
weight, because my body is not going to be skinny and scrawny. It's going to be
Mm.
muscular and toned, and I'm going to look healthy.
Yeah.
But she doesn't see that.
Yeah.
She has
And the thing is training weights as well to lose weight. If you don't do that as part of losing weight, and just lose weight by eating less or running, or both of those, then you're not only going to lose fat, but you're also going to lose muscle, and that's the thing, isn't it?
and
Because you'll lose
I,
muscle, but you want to keep the muscle up,
that's one of the
because then you will lose just fat.
that's one of the big things I always tell people when they talk to me about the gym and stuff, or going on Manjaro or Wegovy or anything like that, because just going in a calorie deficit and losing weight without any medication is absolutely incredible. And I'd take my hat off to anybody who can do it, because I wish I could have done that. But like, they need to understand that if you're going to be healthy, you still need to retain your muscle mass. And when you take medication to help that, it accelerates that process, and it also accelerates your muscle loss at the same time. Um, so I'm always forever being like, it's great that you're doing it, but please protect your own body and do some form, even if it's only once a week, of strength training. Because I get a lot of people come to me and be like, you need to do more cardio, that's what's going to lose you the weight. And I'm like, well, actually, I've only just started doing cardio, like purposefully. Obviously, I started running last year with Couch to 5K, and that was the only cardio I ever did until recently, when I decided I was going to do a high rocks and probably should increase the cardio I'm going to do. And then I was like, cardio is great, but to keep your body strong and fit and healthy fully, you need to do some sort of weight work. And it's great because I actually had a message before off somebody I've met off TikTok, who she literally just messaged me and was like, "You're such an inspiration to me." And I think that's to do with the gym, because I know she's recently gone back to the gym and started lifting weights rather than just being on the Stairmaster or the treadmill. And I'm like, do you know what? Thank you. Like, that means so much to me, but you're doing the work. Like, I might be supporting you, but you're the one that's done the work. You're the one that's walked through those gym doors and gone, do you know what? I'm going to start now. So yeah, I'm forever pushing that message of, I'm a big supporter of strength training, especially in women. Like, no disrespect, guys, yeah, in everyone, but I think women lack a lot of confidence to walk into a weight section because it is so male dominant.
Yeah,
And I
definitely, I
did.
get that.
I totally agree
Well,
with
so I
that.
don't get that in that. I don't get it from your perspective, but I get what you're
agree.
saying. I agree because, like, you know, can be quite male oriented, but like,
It's
our gym's
intimidating
quite
for
good.
us even.
It's quite mixed. Our gym's really good, isn't it?
It
To be fair,
is. There's a
and it
few.
looks like there's like a lot of groups in our gym, which is good.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
people that look like the same have got like a little group. They go together, like male and female, and it's quite nice. Like Sophie's now started coming to our gym, so which is good for her, and she's now confident enough that if we don't want. Like, if we do something she don't want to do it, she'll go do something else on her own.
I
And
love
then she'll
that.
come back, do you know what I mean? And then we'll always do stuff at the end. We always do stuff at the end together, don't we, and that. And
Yeah.
so I agree with what you're saying.
I
And
absolutely love that.
especially with, like, the injections and that, like, the muscular dystrophy that you can get is outrageous because you're just losing so much weight so quick. If you don't do the prep training, you can be so fatigued. And that is when you're going to look ill, like you say, you know. And by taking them steps, we said last time, and you'll probably agree with this, it's a great tool, but it's not a fix. Do you know what I mean? It is a tool to be utilised alongside with everything else, and when it's done right, it looks right. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same with like me doing the Huel performance had to be done right. You with your calorie deficit had to be done right because you can do anything you want, but if you don't do it properly, it's when things go wrong and people become ill or injured or whatnot.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely, but much respect for that, and you know, but like that message you got, like stuff like that is amazing. Like I literally had one the other day about someone asking me a question as well, and I did that post straight after, and it was like just to look all the messages that I've received in like the last year, like from people that I know and like people I went to school with that you know didn't even talk to me at school. You know, we didn't really get on or anything like that. It's like funny that now, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah.
like
Oh.
big burly bloke he was, you know, at school, and now
Yeah.
it's like, oh, hey, come here, fatty, help me out. But I love that because that's what the world is about. It's about
Yeah.
doesn't matter what you look like. Anyone can do anything.
Absolutely. And
But
I don't, it's probably a little bit pig-headed of me. But so I know a lot of people who don't like going to the gym when it's busy because of that like feeling, or maybe it's just the waiting for machines. And don't get me wrong, I got mad
yeah.
last week. I had to wait an hour for a machine, and it was the last machine I needed.
Oh,
I was like,
Oh no.
an
um,
hour.
Nah, I'd have unless it was like the treadmill, I would have been fuming.
I was not
Even
I
then.
was not happy. But and then at the same
What?
time in my head I'm going, they're all trying. Like it's January,
Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah.
trying, but then I've got like the little devil in my head also going, they won't be here next week. Can they just disappear? um,
Hurry up and give up so
yeah,
I can carry on.
of
Yeah.
Because you
course.
don't want them people to give up,
No,
do
you
But
you?
I
don't.
don't
That's the
want
thing. You don't
people
want
to
them to
give
give
up,
up. No. No. No.
and
No.
that's probably why I waited an hour for the machine. To be fair,
Yeah. Fair
um,
play.
but like I've lost track of what I was saying now. Was it? I've lost. Oh yeah, so I'm a bit pig-headed because like I love a busy gym. I love
Mm.
walking in to the gym busy because it gives me such a buzz. And the more, and this is going to sound really weird, my friends will laugh when they watch this, but the more guys there is in that free weight section, the more determined I am. And I love
Huh.
walking in there. I'm like, give me that bench, give me those dumbbells.
Nice.
Um, but I am a bit like that. Like I'm not competing with them, but I'm just very
Mm.
much like, and quite often I can be the only girl in our gym for my whole session.
Yeah.
Um, or should I say, the only girl in the weight section because ours is split, so cardio section's separate, and that's usually rammed with girls.
Hmm.
But I'm quite often like, no, like we do belong here, and like I'm
Yeah.
gonna take up room here. And now they all know me. I've been going for nearly a year to that public gym now, so they all know me, and they all know I will march to that bench to get there before another guy. Or quite often one of the groups will give up a bench if they're working in a group and they're taking up more than one.
Yeah.
But
Mm.
I
Nice.
absolutely thrive off it. But I didn't. Like my first week there, I was a trembling mess. And
Mm.
I did what everyone did, and I went on the treadmill and I tried to calm my nerves, walking on the treadmill to warm up before I headed into the weight section. Um, but a lot's changed in that time. And yeah, I sort of strut in there now like I own the place.
It's kind of like a watch this fucking space kind of thing, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
watch this space. Let me get on with what I'm here to do. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And that is the mindset it should be. Like you said, you've just literally said it in a nutshell. It's taking time to get to that.
Oh,
And so
absolutely.
for anyone watching, that is the perfect depiction. We say it all the time about mental health on this podcast, and I mean it every time I say it. And I think that's why I choose the people we choose, because they all get it. You know, the hardest part is that first day going in, your mind is racing. And it's
Hmm.
like, what if people judge me? What if I do something wrong? What if I do? And the good thing is, like, where we go, Pure Gym. I know you said that yours is quite far away, so you couldn't go to one.
No.
But they've got the QR codes. So anyone that's got a Pure Gym near you, it's got a QR code and it tells you how to use every machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people in that place will tell you how to use a machine as well, because they don't want to see you get hurt.
No.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Some people like throw you a funny look sometimes, but that's just normally the hard headed people that are like, I am the gym. And it's like, get on your bike, mate.
Yeah.
Mm.
Literally, get on a bike. Like, shoulders are all up here, legs are like pig sticks. You know what I mean? Bald head. So,
Yeah.
apologies to anyone that actually looks like that. I'm not judging you guys. It's
Something
just
mean, are you?
normally how it is. You know what I mean? It's normally how it is. But also, there's people like that that are the nicest people in the world. But
Absolutely.
it's just
And I just
never judge anyone in the gym.
no, and I think that's like a lot of people say, oh, everyone looks so mean in the gym. Like I know I have a proper resting bitch face. And like when I'm focused in the gym, I probably don't look very approachable, but like I I will happily help anyone, and I have done. Like I seen a girl the other day who was doing upright rows, and I just thought she's gonna hurt her back. Like she's
Mm.
bent over far, far too far over, and like she's gonna hurt herself. So I just sort of said, like, just straighten your back a bit more and bring yourself up, chest out, sort of thing. And she was like, "Oh, thank you so much." But I've clocked myself in the mirror in the gym. I thought, yeah, I wouldn't approach you either, looking like but we are actually genuinely that probably one of the nicest groups of people that you can meet because yeah, we're not looking at you, and yeah, we're not like judging you, but we are there. We will all help each other and
Yeah.
support each other.
And everyone knows how difficult it is just to get there in the first
Yeah.
place.
Absolutely.
Definitely. That's the hardest part.
That is the
100%.
hardest part, is just getting in the car or walk into the gym or however you get to the gym. It's just getting there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Once you through those doors, you're fine.
My first day in that public gym, I sat in the car for a half an hour in the car park before I got out, and it was actually one of my followers on TikTok that pushed me to go into the gym. She's incredible. She's lost a ridiculous amount of weight, not medicated, but she's just incredible. And she was the one that said to me, "Take a snack with you, take a drink with you, sit in your car, eat your snack, have a drink, and calm yourself before you walk in." And I did all that. I was still a trembling mess when I walked through those doors because I've seen the guys that walk in and out of that gym on a regular basis, and even the girls. I'm actually more intimidated by the girls than I am the guys. Like I don't really care what the guys think. It doesn't matter. For some reason, I get more intimidated by the girls, and even now, sometimes I'll
Wow.
but it's more just like, and I tell myself this all the time. I'm in my mid-30s. I've had two children. You're 18. Your body's been through
Yeah.
absolutely nothing. Like in comparison, you're gonna look amazing because you're 18. Like you've had nothing. Your body's not changed or adapted to anything that life's thrown at you yet.
Yeah.
And that was one of the bigger things for me to overcome is having young, really toned, really healthy girls looking at me when I was 18 stone and walking through those gym doors. Like, that was my biggest thing to overcome. Um,
Yeah.
and yet, it's actually some of the younger girls that have given me more compliments than anyone in the gym. And it's just made me realize that I was actually just scared of something in my head rather than them. Like, it was my own
The reality of it.
self-consciousness.
Yeah. And also, like you say, mid-30s, two kids, and you're showing up. You know what I mean? You're going, you're getting the work in, and you're doing it for not only yourself, like I say, but for your kids. Your husband. The people around you benefit from it as well. And it's like, but as much as anyone. Like literally before we started, I was showing Brian like some videos and that, and also I saw your story, and it's like typical. Who's there when you're feeling quiet, or when you go quiet, who's there, who shows up. You know what I mean? And that's what it's about. Because if you don't show up for yourself, no one's going to show up.
Exactly.
So by still going, you leave that gym and that brain fog, it's gone, and you feel 1,000 times better. Like today, everything went wrong for me this morning. I was editing the Orange Running Guys video. Nothing was aligning, nothing was working. I was like, everything's gone wrong. I managed to get into one video before we left. I was like, I'm not going swimming. And I forced myself out, went swimming, bashed it out, left, and the day's been great ever since. Do you know what I mean? It can just change your whole perspective.
Absolutely.
You can't let one bad thing during the day make your day a bad day.
Yeah.
It's a good day with one bad moment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go.
It is. And I think that takes a lot of training to believe as well, though, like mental
Yes,
training.
It
definitely.
does.
Because
Oh, yeah.
I
100%.
can quite happily have one bad thing happen to me at work. I'll just say, it's been a bad day. I've got quite a high,
Yeah.
intense job. So, like, yeah, just one bad thing. And then I'll be like, oh, I've had a bad day. But actually, you've got to sit and evaluate that. Is it a bad day? Or have you just had one bad 20-minute spell where
Yeah.
it just slumped your mood a little bit and you just need to drag yourself out of it?
Definitely so. I agree. And then that would probably bring us on to the last point, really, of like, we talked about where you started, what you're doing, and let's just move on to what are your aspirations and goals, not necessarily just for this year, but just in general. Obviously, I'm going to maybe put on their Instagram as a goal, maybe.
Yeah,
But
I mean, yeah, Instagram, I turned it public. I'd love to grow it, but again, it's for me more than anyone. And, if I can help people and inspire people along the way, brilliant. And, my inbox is always open on Instagram or TikTok for anyone who wants some advice or just needs an outlet for someone who they think might understand. Um, but I want to do my first high rocks. That's a big thing for me this year. I've been gearing up for my first high rocks for about 18 months now, saying I'm going to do one, I'm going to do one, and I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that I will get tickets for Cardiff in May. That's that's
nice.
the plan. Um, but I actually want to do my PT course. I
Okay.
don't know if I want to take it anywhere or whether I just want the qualification to be able to actually have the backing when like people message me about gym stuff, because right now I'm just going on my experiences and what I've learned from my own PT. Um,
Yeah.
but I'd like to have sort of the formal qualification so that
Yeah.
I've got that backing up. But I'm in no rush for that at the same time. Um, so yeah, this year is all about sort of high rocks, building my own strength and sort of getting to goal weight, um, and cracking a few more mountains out.
I thought
Nice.
she was about to say cracking a few margaritas on holiday then, to be honest with you.
Take some to the top of the mountain, crack one open when you're there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was going to do that when I did Snowdon last year, and I just took myself off for sunrise and then froze for a little bit at the top because it was so cold.
That's amazing. No, that's really good. And so they're all really great achievable goals as well. That's what I like. Realistic goals. Build the following that you've already got. Stay true to your roots of help people where we can. The hard rocks, I keep seeing them all over my feed as well. So I've seen a few of them, but maybe that's like a year or so away because I've got my own plans for this year. But I do see them a lot, and I keep going, oh, what's that skiing thing everyone's doing? Oh, there's one in our gym. Shall we have a go? And I'm like, no, don't do it because you've got enough addictions at the minute. You know what I mean? You've got enough problems. You've got enough problems to deal with right now. Just stick to one at a time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're not going to have any time left.
But
I'm a
yeah,
bit
and
like
then
that. Keep adding
yeah,
things.
exactly. Do you know what it's like? Actually, thinking about it, we're talking about it. It's like if the dog ever gets the ball that it's chasing, always chasing that ball. That's what it's
Yeah,
like,
that's
kind
it.
of in a
You
way.
just keep setting
Um,
more
I
goals.
feel like you keep giving me the ball and I've got to throw it again.
Sounds about right. Sounds about right. Kids getting roped into all the crazy schemes. Um, but yeah, and like I say, doing the PT. Again, that's more for you than anything else. But also, then when people like say do come to you, you've got that back in like, did it, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Got the receipts. Come and check. Come and check the space. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But yeah, and then as always at the end, I do like to give everyone a chance. Is there anything you'd like to leave everyone with? Bit of advice or just anything? Doesn't necessarily have to be anything if you don't want to.
I just think the only thing is if you are on a weight loss journey, a fitness journey, is just don't compare yourself to everyone you see on social media because we're all very different. We all have different lifestyles and we have different bodies. We carry our weight different, we move differently. And if you start comparing yourself, you're setting yourself up for failure. Um,
Big time.
because we're not all going to achieve the same things in the same time scale. And whether that's you using medication or you're doing it without any medicated support, just do you. Take your time, do it your way, and enjoy it because that's the main thing. If you don't enjoy it and you compare yourself, you're gonna leave yourself feeling miserable. But at the same time, use the people on social media for support because that's what we're all doing it for. We're all there to support each other.
Definitely so. And as you said earlier, do it right. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Do your research, look into everything, and make the right decisions, you know. And as you said earlier, obviously I'll be popping your handle up there again for TikTok. We'll also pop up the Instagram for you as well. But then also just down here will be my TikTok and my Circle of Inspiration handle, because as you said, the DM's always open for anyone that is struggling, anyone wants any advice, or anyone's got any random questions. No, there's no stupid questions.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That's what I found in this journey. There is no stupid questions, because people start from nothing. They ain't got a clue. Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And that's how we did.
Yeah.
We got the heavy app and we just started watching the little skeleton man do the reps. We're like, we'll do that one. We'll do that one.
That one looks like it. Looks like we could do that. Let's try that one.
Let's have a go. Let's see what happens. Like tonight, literally we've done this. We're gonna go to the gym. We're doing some new things, aren't we?
Doing some new stuff tonight as
so
well, yeah.
That's why we've had to pay for premium, because we're just kind of like dogs again. Just like, oh, that looks good. That looks good. Let's have a go at that.
Yeah.
Record you do stuff. I want to see it.
Yeah, we'll do that as well, as always. I do have one tiny little announcement before we go. Obviously, talking about goals, I have already said our goal is to get 100 subscribers this year. Now, I spoke to Ryan about this beforehand, and I will speak to all of the guests as well along the way. However, when we do hit 100 subscribers, me and Ryan have just agreed we're either going to do a park run or a gym session with one of the guests that have already been on the show. Now, people can obviously opt out of this. I will give them all the option in the background, and I will not name and shame anybody, because that's not what it's about. It's about what people are comfortable with. So if and when we get to 100 subscribers, that is something to look out for. A little motivation for anybody to follow us today. Other than that, I want to say thank you for coming. It's been great, just like a FaceTime.
Thank you. Yeah,
like that.
wasn't that scary?
And I hope that it hasn't been so petrifying.
It's like
for
literally a FaceTime
you.
for us.
For us, yeah, we're quite literally. Yeah. But we hope that you've enjoyed it. It hasn't been too petrifying. And I would like to say thank you, because I think you've brought me some great news from 2026 already, and I'm like a little kid in the candy shop now, just to know that we've been spoken about. And I honestly can't get over it.
He's gonna love that.
I'm gonna love it.
His head's
not even in that way.
His head's gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger.
I have said from the beginning what this was about.
Yeah, it's about
inspiring people, and it's about giving people a chance to have their journey told about. And I said, if you can help one person, it's made a difference. And to hear that it's done something, I'm buzzing about that. Honestly,
that's fine. Thank you for having me. It's honestly not been that scary. So, and if I am,
I was going to say, it's obviously not been terrible.
No, and if I am lucky enough, I will definitely live stream a gym with you. That'll push me out my comfort zone, because I'm recording there and I've done FaceTimes in there, but live streaming in there is a different matter.
And what we haven't told you, it's going to be a military-based operation.
The problem is, anything in the gym, nobody can put. Nothing will scare me. I will literally take anything on in the gym.
Good. That's what I like to see. That's fantastic. But no, as always, guys, you know the drill. Until next time, much love and peace.